The date is being given by the Illuminati to trap the New Age people, to trap them into believing they have to prepare for this date so they're caught totally unawares by what's going to happen in the next 2 months. There's a little comet called Elenin. Every time this little comet is in alignment with our planet and either the sun or some other body, there's a major earthquake. Now, vibrational harmonics work such that if they directly line up, you get an amplification of energy. February 27th, 2010, this little comet was in a direct alignment between the Earth and the sun. On that date, there was an earthquake in Chile. That's just a coincidence, isn't it? Well, there was another coincidence, because when the Earth came around the other side here, and the Earth was in alignment, and then the comet was a little bit closer, but they're in alignment again, and that was September 4th, 2010. There was an earthquake in Christchurch. And then the Earth came back round again, and then the next time it was in alignment with the sun, and now this is closer, March 11th, there's an earthquake in Japan. Once is a coincidence?
Hello, this is a quick discussion on modern politics using nothing more than a deck of cards to talk about our current Prime Minister and everything else that's going on today. You see, the Blues have been in power for quite some time now, but I think the more people weigh this up, the more they realise the red is a much better option, especially with everything that's happened over the last 7 days. Of course, I'm talking about the wonderful nation of Great Britain, and more specifically, I'm talking about its current Prime Minister, who occupies number 10. Now, what I'm not doing is I'm not suggesting for a second that Cameron is at all evil. I wouldn't suggest that. What I am saying is that he spends far too long hanging around with jokers who fail to make true on any of the guarantees that they make the public. However, this week, Jeremy Corbyn has sprung into power there, and the Tories are already looking threatened by his presence there. Now, I'm not a politician myself, I'm a magician, but certainly a lot of his ideas seem pretty ace to me. Especially when the current government are constantly making cuts to things we hold dear, such as our NHS for starters. In fact, they're making so many cuts to the NHS, you'd be forgiven for thinking that they're trying to make it disappear altogether. Anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about Jeremy, who's already proving to be a force to be reckoned with there, especially amidst lots of smear campaigns that want to make him disappear altogether. You see, during his recent reshuffle, he was accused of being sexist, even though half the jobs went to women, and he certainly represents a far different Labour Party than we saw in the 90s. Anyway, without me harping on too long, I just want to say that I think it's great that he's in power, and I think that if he was ever Prime Minister, he'd represent a much clearer picture of what the British public want.